Smiling, Proud Wanderer is a classic martial arts novel written by Mr. Jin Yong. But if you read this novel carefully, you will find that the author is actually using the disputes in the martial arts world and the destinies of the characters to allegorically reflect the political struggles and human struggles in the real world. Firstly, we can see Mr. Jin Yong's deep political allegories from the struggles among various martial arts factions. In the novel, the five major factions Huashan, Songshan, Hangshan, Taishan, and Hangshan symbolize the division and opposition of political powers. Each faction has its own creed and goals, and they fight fiercely among themselves for power and interests. Such phenomena of fighting for power and profit are also common in the real political ecology. Mr. Jin Yong conveys that both the martial arts world and the political arena are full of human greed and power politics. Furthermore, the protagonist Linghu Chong also holds symbolic significance in political allegory. He is a character with a strong spirit of individualism, advocating freedom throughout his life, unwilling to be constrained by anything. This spirit of individualism is often intolerable in the real political system. Therefore, we see that Linghu Chong has been struggling with the world throughout his life and can never find peace. This is precisely Mr. Jin Yong's profound and insightful depiction of the contradiction between the individual and collective power. Of course, when we talk about the political allegories in Smiling, Proud Wanderer, we cannot ignore two key characters, Yuebikan and Zuolangshan. These two characters not only symbolize two distinctly different moral and political stances, but their destinies and behaviors also present a profound critique of the machinations and hypocrisy in real society. Yuebikan, the head of the Huashan faction, appears to be a gentleman with kind eyebrows and kind eyes. His speech and manners are gentle and elegant, seemingly a very upright person. However, his heart is full of machinations and ambition, and to achieve his ambition, he can do extremely cruel and ruthless things. He hides his true face behind a hypocritical appearance, a phenomenon that is also very common on the real political stage. This form of hypocritical behavior is undoubtedly Mr. Jin Yong's profound revelation and criticism of political hypocrisy. Zuolangshan, the head of the Songshan faction in the Five Peaks Sword faction, is a straightforward and arrogant character, a bona fide villain. He openly pursues power, achieving his goals by any means necessary. His behavior may be repulsive, but there is no pretense or disguise. His image is undoubtedly Mr. Jin Yong's portrayal of another form of political machination. Zuolangshan's image allows us to see the naked power and the shameless and direct political machinations. The images of Yuebikan and Zuolangshan are Mr. Jin Yong's deep revelations and critiques of political machinations. They let us see that whether it is a hypocritical gentleman or a true villain, they may fall into corruption and failure under the temptation of power. This phenomenon is also common in real political ecology. Through them, Mr. Jin Yong delivers a profound political allegory of the machinations in real society. Moreover, from the destinies of many heroes in the martial arts world, we can see Mr. Jin Yong's sarcasm of political games. Whether it is Ren Wuxing or Dongfang Bubai, they are all idealists trying to change the world. However, they become contradictory and eventually fall or die due to the corrosion of power. Such fate reminds us of the rise and fall of many political figures in reality. This tragic ending is undoubtedly a condemnation and reflection on political machinations. Finally, from the ending of the novel, we can see Mr. Jin Yong's deep thought about political struggles. At the end of the novel, Linghu Chong gave up the martial arts world and chose to retire to the countryside with his loved one, away from strife. Such an ending highlights Mr. Jin Yong's understanding of life and his tendency towards values. He believes that compared to the struggle for power in political games, human happiness and peace are more important. In conclusion, Smiling, Proud Wanderer is a rich and colorful martial arts novel, but it contains profound political allegories. Mr. Jin Yong, through the disputes in the martial arts world and the destinies of the characters, makes a deep revelation and critique of the real political struggles and human weaknesses. His novel not only allows us to feel the fantasy and passion of the martial arts world, but also allows us to see the shadow of real society, the reflection on human nature and society, making the content of this novel richer and deeper.